Before I'm summarily swiped up and gotten rid of on this video, we have questions that come up to us frequently, and we're gonna ask them and answer them in not too much of an order. So here we go. Christina?
Oh, no, I'm not first. Katie?
I'll go.
Okay.
What is your dream job or non-job?
Katie, you want to answer that?
Yeah, Katie's first.
What is my dream job or non-job? My dream job would be to take care of 20 horses on 50 to 100 acres of land and never see a person ever.
Wow.
Hermit. Hermit.
When is a job finished, Katie?
A job is finished when the house is sold.
But is it?
Not really.
What is the hardest part of your day? And on the contrary, what's the easiest?
Well, the easiest is mine. Is first thing in the morning with coffee. Yours?
Hardest part of my job? Being able to balance working, like in a job, like really working, like blue collar work, like taking walls down and chimneys, and then transferring to go see a person, a homeowner, or a job, another job, and be kind of like
Business owner?
Professional.
yeah, be business owner. It's very hard
Yeah.
to do that. And the easiest part is having fun.
Yeah. How has your past helped you now? Oh, my past.
I don't know you before. I don't know you before realtor.
I was in retail too.
Okay.
I did the mannequins, I staged them, did all the
that's good.
staging for you to walk by the front of the store and decide that is the outfit that you wanted.
Well,
This is why you're
that's
so
cool,
critical
yeah.
on the design.
Your
Yeah,
eye,
that's
your
good.
eye is what it is then in the houses. So cool.
All right, I'm gonna get one.
Oh, you got to answer that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Mine's the same. What is the difference between a flipper and a renovator, and what makes a home that we do so special?
I'll answer this.
Okay, go ahead.
From an agent's point of view, a flipper is someone who does something very quickly and it's for a profit, and that's really all that matters is the profit. But I feel like CenterBeam here, we do more of, rehabilitating the home. We care about the home, whether it sells or not. The home is our, most important feature.
But they need to sell.
They do need to sell.
But I'm in the shower thinking of things all the time, and in the morning and at night, and it's consistently worrying about a project on schedule, how beautiful it's going to look, what's our target market, who's going to live in there, and how they're going to love it. And when they get in there, I drive by them because they're all within a 5-mile area of where I live, and so I drive by and I'm wondering, I hope they're really enjoying the house. I'd love to stop by.
That creeper band.
I know.
Driving by.
Yeah, no.
The unmarked white van.
All right. Why is it so important to have a 20% contingency set aside when doing a remodel of an old home?
20%.
You walk in through a house and you look at a certain tile and you go, oh my gosh, those are asbestos. And they're not in one place of the house, they're in 2 different parts of the house.
I think on this particular house that we're filming in today, we had asbestos siding that was all cracked, that some of it had to be removed, asbestos removal, and then we also had to bring in new siding that looked like asbestos, which had to be specially ordered, but it was not asbestos, then installed. So the next one, how does one end up in this profession? Katie, how did you end up in real estate?
One, I was in interior design, so I loved homes, and a hobby of mine was to look at floor plan books. I buy them bought them from Home Depot and Lowe's. I have a stash, and that's what I would do in my spare time. and my husband was like, you need to sell real estate. This is what you need to do.
Yeah.
We had some work done to our own home, and
We being the two of us were
yes,
together.
we
A lot of
actually
people
were
think we're
actually
brother and
married
sister,
and-
but we're not.
My hair's graying, so you know we're married. We had work done on our own home, and it was by a contractor, and we just saw things. We were like, well, we can do better than this. We actually had the guy with the clipboard come to the house, and that was probably what turned Christina
And
on
like
to that.
two $8,000 change orders later.
Yeah.
Yeah. For
So it
things
was
that-
our own. I mean, we were ignorant going in, but we knew we could do that and
Better.
maybe do things better for other people.
Yeah.
What's the number one thing that sells but you don't have in inventory?
Katie, this would be a
Katie, that's a
question for you
specific-
because I know the answer.
Well, you do?
Yep, because you've already told me like 14 times. I listen.
Houses under $150,000 or $100,000 that is livable.
No, that's not the answer.
Okay, what is it? What's the answer?
The better answer is houses, two-story houses that has a living quarters. I told you that has a living quarters downstairs where your mother-in-law could live, or
Or father-in-law. What about father-in-law?
Father-in-law, or maybe if your guests come over and they can stay, or even better, you can turn into like a rental, a short-term rental, like Airbnb or something. Is that correct?
Everyone is determining whether or not they want their parents to live with them or go into a facility.
Or buy a granny pod,
Or buy a granny pod. So this
which is basically a storage shed in the backyard.
For your granny.
This is what we need here in Jacksonville.
More granny pods.
Okay. Why do we even do this?
I want you to know that we ask this question at night.
Daily.
In the shower. It's midnight or when we've taken a bubble bath.
In the long, I heard one guy say a long time ago that when you find yourself standing in the shower, even after you've showered and you're just standing there in the water, and you don't know why, you might want to second guess think about your life and how you're doing it. But I do that all the time. So I think I do this for a sense of completion. I can get the product and see it completed, and it's satisfying. But the problem is that by the time we're midway through and the drywall starts to get up and all the tiles have been picked
She's
and
already
stuff,
gone.
I'm gone. To
She's
the next
left,
project.
mentally she's left the project.
Because I can see it done.
Exactly. And then for those of us
Who are left behind.
who are left behind, yes, I'm left behind on the job. And I'm like, I still have to, it's already done in my head, so you shouldn't even be there.
But I still have you on a tether or whatever the thing is. I'm still pulling
Oh, it's
you
one of
in.
those kid
Leash?
things?
Yeah,
It's
yes,
a kid leash.
yes, you're still
Basically,
there.
I'm on an adult kid
I would
leash.
never
That's
leave you
great.
forever.
That's
Okay,
great.
what about yours? Katie, why do you do this?
I do this to help the people I love the most, which are my clients, my friends, family, people who I'm closest with, really make the best decision with
He
their
does it for the money,
biggest
money, money.
purchase.
No, she doesn't. I know, Katie.
Look, I do get phone calls from people who buy with another agent and they want to know, like 2 months later, if they can do something, about how they were mistreated or they didn't know this
Yeah.
and that. I'm just tired of poor customer service. That's all it is.
Yeah.
All it is.
Low care quotient.
What are all the hats for? Why do we have so many hats?
I have to put on the contractor hat sometimes, and then sometimes, this is your hat, but you would have the homeowner hat to be able, and then sometimes you have the broker or the agent hat on, because when you're at a homeowner's house, you don't want them to overbuild. And then you also want to give your own perspective in that. And a lot of times we go out and do consultations before someone buys a property. So we're looking in the buyer's point of view at how much they're going to have to spend. And then we're also looking in the contractor point of view at how much the spend will be. And then potentially, well, I guess we wouldn't be looking at the seller point of view, so that would be it. Yeah.
I think you're looking at the seller point of view on a house for sure.
Ultimately, you don't want them to spend more money than what the property's worth, really. And whether they're buying it, selling it, keeping it as an investment property.
You want them always to come back and have a good thought of you.
Correct.
Which I
wanna
think is
help them
beautiful.
make money. Make money.
We should do our own HGTV show.
What,
Okay.
the truth?
Yeah.
You might not like it.
Well, that's all our questions. Thanks a lot for seeing us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.